I love cooking, but I love not cooking even more. So if you're my type, if you don't like cooking, but you have to cook anyway, and you want to eat healthy, then this is for you. Today I'm making French toast, and this I call a lazy boy's French toast because if you are the type who finds even making French toast hard and a waste of time and complicated, then this is for you. This is a one-pan French toast. We'll put everything in the pan right away. No cups, no bowls, nothing else. You can even eat it out of the pan if you want. It's going to be super easy. Now, but I have a few choices to make. Number one, I've never eaten a French toast in France. I've been to Paris. I've not eaten a French toast. I have no idea how they do it. I know how they do it in America, and I know how they do it in India, and both are extreme. In India, you put green chili bits all over it and onion all over it, and in USA, you go to the other extreme. You put sugar and cinnamon on French toast. And it's even sold in the supermarkets like ready-made. You just take it out of the freezer, microwave it, eat it. But I'm going to be doing a sweet spot in between where I'm not going to go either extreme. I'm going to be right in the middle. So it's going to be like a healthy garlic bread type, like a protein-packed garlic bread type taste. So let's go for it. It just requires really basic ingredients like the bread. What you need to do is first slice up the bread in a way that fits in a pan. So I like to do it like this. Okay. So just cut it like this. That's it. Like even with the cutting, I'm not cutting the sides. I'm not trying to prove anything to anybody. I've got bread and I'm cutting it. So now we'll see how many of these we can fit in the pan. We are cutting it like this so that we can fit the most we can in the pan, because sometimes you have to cook for your family too. So now let's begin. So you just turn the gas on, the fire on, and you just sprinkle some oil. And now immediately after sprinkling the oil, you let it like heat for a second maybe, and then you go in for the kill. You start putting all the eggs in. So I'm gonna be putting in 3 eggs. You can do 4, 5, as many as you want, doesn't matter. In this method, it's all the same. See, this is a regular household. We have a wonky gas line, so this is not like balanced. This side is up, this side is down. But this is a very, very important moment, and I'll tell you why. Because this is when you have to put the salt in, and I put the salt in on this orange or yellow part, the yolk part, because then you know how much sugar you're putting in, salt you're putting in. Did I say sugar? So now the usual amount of sugar, salt you put in for having an egg, you put a little more because you've got the bread coming in, so you need a little more to kind of balance it out for the bread. Now I am not even going to use a spatula, because that is going to lead to more washing and all. So what I'm going to use is a coffee stirrer. You get coffee stirrers like these. These are called paddle coffee stirrers or something like that. Something to do with the rowing stuff. It looks like an oar. So now, as it's heating up, I'm going to mix it up. That's it. Now, I'm going to put it in, both sides, put it in. It's like sort of a Lego. Try to fit in as many as you can. Okay. Alright, I think I have covered as many as I could over here. This part is done. So I was able to fit in like about, how many? About three breads. One I could not fit in. So if it's 3, it's 3, whatever. It doesn't matter. So now you're going to turn it up to the highest setting you can. I can see the smoke coming up. Now, if you want, now these are all optional. You can, put some flakes of anything you want, really. Oregano, chili flakes. You can have pepper, maybe a little bit. I'm gonna sprinkle some pepper. And that's it. Now you gotta turn the sides, because it doesn't take a lot of time to do this. So you basically just take it and turn the side. All right, I'm taking control. I'm not gonna let this wobble so much. Cut them where they're joined and just turn them. If you feel like the lower side is burning up, just move it from the flame while you do it, and then turn it. That way it's not gonna burn, okay? Did you see that? Now it's not gonna burn anymore. And I'm gonna turn, and now the other part is gonna cook. That's it. Like I said, this is an absolute layman's kitchen. There is no fancy things, no fancy knives, no fancy cutting boards, no fancy lights, nothing fancy. It's just like your regular kitchen. And like everybody, you're always also running out of time and patience, so am I. And this is like a perfect meeting joint for both of us, where we can be lazy together. But remember, we're still eating healthy. And we're still saving time. We're eating healthy food, tasty food. We're not compromising on anything, really, other than the fascination to be perfect about everything. We're not really compromising. And most of the cooking shows, have you seen these cooking movies where they always talk about cooking with love? I don't have that love. What am I going to do? I'm not in love with cooking. So what are you going to do? Not eat healthy, always buy. And in US, if you're eating outside, you always have to tip. So that kind of compounds. And I'm not against tipping or anything. I'm just saying that you thought you're going to spend $8, but you end up spending $10. And sometimes you do get cheap food in India, but we also know it's not always very hygienic. A lot of times they are, of course, because they're freshly baked. In fact, freshly made. In fact, there was this, I think, research or something where they found out that the street food is actually sometimes better than restaurant food, because they don't, pre-do anything. They do it live on the spot. And if you're eating something that's just been freshly cooked, you can't go wrong with that. Unless, of course, the spices or the taste itself doesn't agree with you. So, while I was chatting up with you, it's done. I'm ready to serve. I can just eat it out. One thing I would say is I absolutely love is having the hot and sweet tomato sauce with it from Maggie company. I think it's only available in India. It's imported from India to US, and that's what I have these with, and they taste awesome. They have that jelly-like texture to the sauce. I don't know what portion that is. I don't know if that is healthy. I don't know what kind of chemicals there are in that, but they taste so awesome. So I'm gonna dig right in. But before that, I'm gonna give you a close-up shot of what I cooked. It's gonna look messy, so I'm gonna give you that disclaimer and warning. So this is the awesome result that we got. This is the sauce I was talking about, and I put it in cupcake liners, again, saving some time on washing and all of that. And as you can see, some of these are very well done, and some of these don't get as much eggs. Now, in order to prevent this faux pas, what you can do is the moment you crack in the eggs, you quickly put the salt, quickly stir it, and quickly put the breads in and turn them. If you do it fast, then this won't happen. I've actually done better versions in the past, but didn't work out while I was talking and recording. But better results are achievable, guys. This is not my best work, and you can do better. I'm absolutely sure about that. So have a fun time eating your healthy 2-minute snack breakfast, or maybe even dinner.